stared intently at the red-hot iron rod, his eyes unblinking. The boss was deeply impressed by this display and proceeded to pour tea for everyone present. He poured boiling water onto everyone's hands as a test. The others cried out in pain and immediately let go. Only Nick gritted his teeth and endured the scalding heat. Meeting the boss's gaze, he resolutely picked up the cup of boiling water and downed it in one gulp. The boss nodded with satisfaction and finally announced the day's mission. He declared that whoever could successfully kill their enemy would become his adopted son. Nick had trained relentlessly for years, waiting for this very opportunity. Without hesitation, he charged toward enemy territory, determined to complete the mission. With his extraordinary martial arts skills, he successfully struck down the enemy leader. But just then, 200 of the enemy's men suddenly swarmed in from all directions, surrounding him completely. To escape the trap, Nick made a split-second decision and leaped from the window of the 80-story building. Unfortunately, the ground below was already crawling with enemy ambushers, even more numerous than before. Surrounded on all sides, Nick had no choice but to fight for his life. However, outnumbered and outmatched, he quickly found himself at a disadvantage. Just when all seemed lost, his close friend arrived in the nick of time, fighting desperately to pull him from the enemy's encirclement and bring him to safety. Thanks to this heroic performance, Nick finally earned the boss's recognition and became his adopted son. When the enemy's son Jack learned of his father's death, he was consumed with rage. He swore to make Nick pay dearly and avenge his father. On this day, Jack led a group of his men and stormed into Nick's hideout. A life-or-death showdown was about to begin. Jack roared with fury, swinging his sharp blade as he charged at Nick. Unarmed, Nick could only rely on his agility to dodge Jack's relentless attacks. Seizing an opportunity during one dodge, Nick kicked the blade from Jack's hands. Nick quickly grabbed the fallen blade and engaged Jack in fierce combat. However, Jack's swordsmanship was masterful, each strike potentially lethal. Even with a weapon in hand, Nick struggled to withstand Jack's ferocious assault. Meanwhile, as Nick battled Jack in a fight to the death, his wife was across town, dining and laughing with another man. This film is called Rise of the Legend, from China.